When it comes to regulatory compliance for your business, are you putting in too much time and money to get your acts right? In a global environment, it takes an entire team of experts to make sure you know your regulatory obligations are up to date and compliant. There is a way to reduce your man-hours by bringing innovative technology and regulatory compliance into a single solution. That's why we created Lawrbit. Hi there, I'm Gretel, and today I'm going to be your guide to the Lawrbit Global Compliance Management Solution and show you how it can improve your compliance with its intuitive features and embedded regulatory intelligence. Are you ready to learn more? Great! Let's look at what a user would see when using the application.
Log in with your username and password through a secured gateway with an intuitive multi-factor authentication. The first thing we notice is the user dashboard. There are actually 5 different roles we can choose from at this drop-down menu. Depending upon user-level access defined, you may see one or all dashboards. The dashboard may look different depending on what role has been applied to you and the compliances you are responsible for.
Let's talk a little about each role. A performer is the one that needs to make sure the compliance gets done and reports it into the system.
In addition to the roles you may select, you can also work on compliances for multiple entities at the same time. Depending on your selections, the dashboard will change and adjust accordingly. This status box will inform you of the number of entities and locations you are working on, in addition to the number of compliances and tentative penalty risk. You can click on the risk rankings to learn more about individual compliances. Search and sort for compliances based on your needs.
There are a lot of resources available to you as a user. On the left-hand side of the dashboard, there is a panel that contains a variety of resources at your disposal. Let's check out the legal resources you can utilize.
The legal resource library is customized for every user, depending on his data access requirements. Under Legal Resources, we can learn more about the acts by clicking Act Views. Here we can view all the acts that have been assigned to you. You can further filter these acts by country, jurisdiction, state, legal category, or act name. Click the box on the right to learn more about an act. This then gives us a list of all the compliances in the act. You can click the blue book icon to get more details about each compliance, along with act details, definitions, and documents associated with this compliance.
Now that we know where to find the different acts assigned to your role in the organization, we can now move on to learn more about how to find and compare definitions for multiple laws.
On the left panel, click on Legal Resources, then Definitions. On the Definitions tab, you can search by act or by keyword. You can define terms in any particular compliance by country, jurisdiction, or even a keyword in that compliance. Now you can determine definitions across many compliances and even compare them to each other. It solves a big challenge as few terminologies are defined differently in different laws. Click over to Legal Documents in the left panel. All documents can be found by certain conditions and can help quicken your searches for legal documents like updated copy of law, form and formats, etc., all at one place.
Let's head back to the dashboard by clicking the Dashboard button on the left panel. The calendar is important to organize your compliances and stay on top of deadlines and tasks.
Click on a specific date, and then a list of compliances is generated for this day. We can click here to view all the compliance data you need to know to complete this work. Note the ownership matrix and tasks that are assigned to this compliance. You can attach documents to certain tasks and submit it to the next owner in the chain. When you are ready to report a compliance, simply fill in the date, any remarks, and upload the proof of the compliance with an associated name and confidentiality. Don't forget to fill out any dues or expenses too.
Now that we know how to report each compliance, let's check out the trickier part of compliance, corporate event planning. The software has intelligence and intuitiveness to identify compliance obligations across all area of laws from various possible corporate events or actions like change of director, shareholding pattern or accident, and hundreds of like events.
When you click Event Plan, this will take you to create a new event. Select the company and then type the name of the event to search for it. You can then define the date that this event is triggered. This will take you to a form like an email. Essentially, you can fill out a subject line and then the body of the text. Upload any documents you want to share, and then name them and indicate the document type. Then click Next again. You then get a list of compliances once the event is triggered. We can set due dates for compliances that aren't filled by default. Hit Next to generate this event.
We're learning a lot about compliances and events. Once these events have been created, they are automatically assigned to the user's dashboard for further action. Great job! Let's take a look at ongoing compliance surveys. These surveys can be auto-triggered at predefined periodicity. The periodicity may differ for each function based on their process maturity curve or previous audit findings. Ongoing compliances are usually procedural in nature, where no filings are required, but they do need to be completed on a regular basis, be it monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually.
We can learn more about these compliances by clicking here. Click the blue book icon to learn what is actually required under this compliance. You can select if the compliance was done by using the drop-down menu to choose Yes, No, or Not Applicable if this doesn't apply to your situation. Click Submit when you are ready.
You've learned a lot so far about what a performer user needs to know and what their dashboard looks like. Let's switch over to a Cxo user by clicking the drop-down menu at the top of the dashboard. Cxo dashboards are designed to be analytical, with drill-down options to go to each compliance status and further slice and dice the data.
We can see the overall status percentage compliancy and pending status percentage compliancy for the company or companies combined. These help you get a snapshot of your tasks easily. Your pending status will show the levels of risk that your compliances are ranked. You can click here to learn more about the overall trends of the compliances. Further details can be learned by clicking each individual compliance.
The Cxo also has access to a compliance heat map that can be sorted by location or function. There are also health reports to explore as well. We hope you've enjoyed this demo of Lawrbit. This powerful and innovative tool can help keep you compliant across multiple companies and ease the burden of trying to stay on top of everything. It can have a serious impact on the legality of your companies.